The lesson.
Oh yeah.
During experiencing all these challenges as you're growing up, rap music has been something that you've been drawn to. You mentioned that you first started doing the rap thing when you were around 14 years of age. I've got here listed that some of your early influences were like The Game, Tupac, Nipsey Hussle, J. Cole, Joey Badass. What is it that I guess made you get into the whole rap thing? And then from 14, how did things gradually grow in terms of the music stuff?
Well, like I wanted to be it because that's just the hip hop mentality, man. Like I mean, not just the hip hop mentality, but the hip hop mentality of like sorry, bro. The hip hop mentality at the time, like, kind of matched my mentality or our mentality as kids growing up. Like just really just wanting it and like trying to get it, and always trying to best each other in rhymes and stuff like that. But it was mainly just that image that I was chasing. You know what I mean? I wanted like the clothes, I wanted the swagger, I wanted the girls, this and that. But like with that stuff, originating from another country, trying to be that, I guess, just didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel organic. It didn't feel authentic, like real. And, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, looking at, like everyone could connect through hip hop, but like, if I'm gonna be a hip hop rapper, then I gotta be my own one. I gotta tell my own story, because that's what it is. Like, it's storytelling, and I think that's why hip hop is universal, because like we all got stories to tell. We all got like our own, stories to tell, and that people can learn from, that we can all collectively learn from together. And I guess, yeah, that's what the Dreamtime stories were, for our people and that. When we hear about like our old people and that telling stories and stuff, that's what they're telling. They're telling stories, but the stories are giving names to nature, and they're giving names to the animals. So there's a respect there, that comes from telling those stories. And yeah, I guess that's why I connect with it. Like I got to tell my story or our story for the ones that come up here in Tweed Heads, to let them know that that they're not alone, and that they can make it out. And it's not just people in Tweed Heads. It's not just kids here. It's like kids all around Australia and like around the globe. Like we got listeners everywhere, like now, like in the world and that. So yeah, you really see that, and especially like the evolution of hip hop, bro. Like how far it's come. And like, even though I was listening to gangster rap, like as I got older, I realized I had to go more back to find out what it was really about. You know what I mean? And like, once I found out what it was really about, that like coming together, that, unity, bro, like that's the stuff that like we need here. You know what I mean? That's the stuff that I need in my life right now. And, I realized that it's not all about that, like, the chains and that, which is so embedded, in the culture, like, but it just wasn't about that for me. Like, I've never been the one to rock chains, bro. Like, tried it, but it ain't real, and it's not me, you know what I mean? Like, people can do it and pull it off, but like, I don't know. That's just shit's not me. That's not me. That's not the guy I want to be. And like, I want to be, like, I spent my early years trying to be like someone else, man. Like, I can't do that my whole life. It was too painful, bro. Like, I guess not too painful, but like, I don't know, just felt like unheard, unseen, even though I was going like this and doing this, like, wasn't really speaking what I was, feeling inside. So I don't know, I guess once I started writing and connecting with who I was on the real inside, you know, like with my later stuff that came. That's when I made I guess that's when I made a real connection, you know, like with Made for This. That was, you know, like just the best stuff I ever written, like the best stuff I ever wrote at the time. And I can honestly say where I'm at now, like, you know, I've left Made for This kind of in the past now, and I've evolved again, you know, like I've just grown again. So like, yeah, I've come a long way in a short amount of time. So like, now thinking back, I'm just like, yeah, like I don't really like I guess I can understand what I was doing at that time, but like I'm just not there anymore, you know what I mean? Like I'm so forward ahead, and like having my son 2 years ago, like, and getting married, like, you know, like that shit just rocket, like it was like a rocket for me, man. Like I grew up so fast, like I had to be a man, you know what I mean? I had to handle my business, because I felt like all the stuff that happened to me, like when I was a kid, like I can't do that shit again. I can't repeat that shit. So like the stuff that, you know, parents and that would do around, like when I'm not doing that, you know, I'm focusing on what I got to do. And yeah, shit, like, you know, me and my wife, we've just been really on the grind, like, on who we are as individuals, like working on our relationship, you know, and putting the work in with our son. Like, it's a lot, bro, like, because, you know, in a world where you're just working and working and working all the time, like, you know, I look around and understand why families are so disconnected nowadays, you know, like, and that's just not what I'm trying to be, you know. I'm trying to be like, trying to have a healthy relationship with my son, man, you know. So like, out of everything, that's the most important thing to me right now. And, you know, that's what the album's gonna resemble, you know, that connection there, yeah.
The lesson. JK-47. Oh yeah.